So this is the House of Commons chamber. It's said that Churchill himself got involved in a discussion about how big the chamber could be, and it was felt it would make it more intimate and a bit more argumentative if it was smaller, so that people are packed in for the big debates. The government typically sits on this side or to the right of the Speaker. The front bench is for government ministers, and on the left-hand side are the opposition, and the shadow ministers sit on these benches here. Who wants to reserve a seat for the day, other than the front benches which are reserved for ministers or shadow ministers, members would have to write their name on a prayer card, put it in the prayer card holder, and that would reserve their seat for the day as long as they're here for prayers, which is always the first business of the day. Synonymous with the sitting of the House is the mace that is always present whenever the House is sitting. And the mace is carried in by the Sergeant at Arms each day and is placed either on the table or below the table if the House is in committee. And maces belong to the royal household. The current mace was made for Charles II, and when the House dissolves at the end of its term, they actually go back to the royal household where they're stored safely. This is called the government dispatch box. So any minister, including the Prime Minister, that is making a speech to the House or replying to questions from other members would stand at this dispatch box. It can be incredibly intimidating, particularly when the House is very busy, as is the opposition box.
If we look back.
So this is the Speaker's chair, where the Speaker sits, and he is here to keep order in the House. In front of the Speaker's chair are the clerks who advise the Speaker and members on procedural matters. And the Clerk of the House usually sits in this chair, and the Clerk Assistant there. When members are asked to decide on a particular issue that's coming through the House of Commons, the Speaker will call a division. The division lobbies run parallel to the chamber on either side. We have the eyes behind the government side and the nose behind the opposition side. So if you're a member of Parliament and you want to vote for a particular amendment or bill, you will go through the eye lobby, or if you're against it, you'll go through no. And this is the Sergeant at Arms chair. We are there to represent the authority of the Speaker. Up here we have the press gallery, which is where the media sit, and Hansard, or the official reporters, and they record everything, so there is a record of what is said and done in the House of Commons chamber. And in the other galleries around either side is where the public sit, because it's a very important element to parliamentary business that it doesn't only sit, but is seen to sit. The other very special thing about the House of Commons chamber is you get a sense of the power of it, and how the decisions that are taken in this place affect everybody's lives.